Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. And welcome to another episode of Learning Virtual Assistants with Trainix. And for today's episode, we're going to be covering data entry. I'm going to be sharing my screen in a matter of seconds, so don't waste too much time. But just follow along, do what I do, and practice. Okay? Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Learning Virtual Assistants with Trainix. And today, these are the list of things we're going to be covering. But the main thing we're going to be covering today is data entry for virtual assistants. And under that, we're going to be seeing how to use AI to help your data entry skill. Next, we're going to be checking on how to use Google Spreadsheets effectively. Also, we'll be looking at how to organize your work with Google Spreadsheets, and then how to use Dropbox and Checkbox, and then also how to save your Google Spreadsheet as files. So before we get into the practical aspect, let's understand the basics. First things first, what exactly is data entry? Data entry just means you gathering information, sourcing out your information from reliable sources, and then putting it neatly into a digital system. So it includes typing, updating, and organizing data well, just to make sure your information is accurate and neat. Alright? Again, it includes typing, updating, and organizing your data just to make sure it is accurate and neat. So, tools used for data entry. The first one is Google Spreadsheet. This is the most popular Google entry tool that almost every organization or even clients use. Next one is Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel, everyone knows Microsoft Excel, but Microsoft Excel isn't as strong as Google Sheets. Google Sheets is called the Microsoft Excel on steroids. Next one is Google Docs, and then after that we have online forms and dashboards. And then the basic skills you need for to be a good data entrist is your basic typing skills. You need to be able to type fast, and then also you need to pay attention to details. You need to be able to verify your information. Next, your ability to follow. Your ability to follow means your ability to follow direction in order to verify if your information is true or false. You don't just see the first thing on Google and pick it. You need to be sure that this information is accurate. And then the next thing is your basic computer knowledge, which I'm going to be teaching you today. Alright, so now that we have that covered, let's get straight into data entry. Okay, so when you log into your browser, this is the first thing you're going to see, just your normal dashboard. Everything looks normal, but then to find your Google spreadsheet, you come over here, follow my cursor, come over here, you see those dots, tap on it, you see sheets. It's just the short form for Google Spreadsheet. Then you tap on it. When you tap on it, it will take you directly to your Google Spreadsheet. So this is a new spreadsheet. This isn't my spreadsheet. This is new. Like I said, we're going to be doing everything from scratch together, and we're going to be doing it effectively. So this is a new spreadsheet. If you want to create a new spreadsheet, you come here, you click on blank spreadsheet. So this is what it looks like. It looks like your normal Excel. It looks very, very, very empty. But then, let me create a scenario for you. There are going to be instances where your boss will tell you to source out information. For example, your boss tells you, Emmanuel, I need you to help me look for the top 10 most reliable restaurants in Los Angeles. When they tell you that, how are you going to get those type of information? Now I'm going to be teaching you how to use AI to get your information. Okay, so now I'm going to be teaching you how to use AI to get your information. So let's just say my client asked me to get the top 10 restaurants in Los Angeles. Alright, I should get their website, their location, and their name. I don't stay in Los Angeles, but there's a way we could do that. There's something called AI, and I think everyone should know about ChatGPT. So we'll come to ChatGPT. This is the AI I personally use, but Gemini is also good because it works with Google directly. So I would come to ChatGPT and I would ask it, give me the top 10 restaurants in Los Angeles. Put it in a tabular form. I need their names, location, and websites. Yes, I almost forgot about that website. And then just send it, and let's see what exactly it's going to bring for us. Okay, so we have the names of the restaurants here, see their location, see their website, but it is always best to cross check. Okay, AI is not 100% correct. It is best to cross check, but for information purposes, or rather just for teaching purposes, we have this here. So we're just going to copy everything to the top, come over here, copy, then we go over to Google Spreadsheet. You see this tiny dot here, right click on it, you see paste, and then we have this here. Okay, so now you can see how scattered it's looking. It's not looking nice, very, very disorganized. Even some boxes are not able to fit everything at once. So now what we are going to do is come over here to the top where you have A, B, C, D, E, F. Come over here to the top, come to that line, move it. You see it's moving, move it further. But there are times where you see this one now, it's not able to go that far. What you're going to do is highlight this whole column, come over here, you see text wrap over here, do that, pick this option, and then you have things like this. So it's easily going to move to the next line instead of stretching out so far. Okay, so now let's do the same thing for this part. Let's do the same thing for this column. We stretch it out a little bit. There are still some over there. So now let's highlight it. Highlighted it. Now let's do the text wrap for that. Text wrapping. See? Now even the website too is going into a different line, and we don't want that. So elongate it a little bit. There's still some going out. So we highlight it and then we text wrap. So now after doing that, see these numbers over here, I don't want them because they are numbers by the sides already. So I'm just going to highlight it. And then delete it. Okay, delete it. I could just delete the entire column at once, so now everything looks better. Okay, so as I was saying, these lines are not visible at all. So what I'm going to do is highlight everything all the way to the top, and then we'll come over here to format, see format up here, click on it, see alternating colors. We're going to click on that. Alright, so now when we click on it, we have different colors to pick from. I'm just going to pick this dark purple over here, or blue I think. We'll click on it. Now let's see the effect it has. See, it looks different, but we're not done yet. We're still going to highlight everything and then come over here to tables, or rather borders, click on it and then insert borders for everything. Now you have this. Alright, and this is way presentable. So when you download the file, you are going to have your border in place. So now let's move on to the next thing that we're meant to learn today, which is called how to insert checkbox. So let's create another column for that. Let's just put checkbox. So there are going to be instances where your boss would want you to tick something in case this one checks out or it doesn't check out. So instead of you writing this one checks out, this one doesn't check out, this one goes, this one doesn't go, you want to insert checkboxes. Alright, so now that to insert checkbox, you come over here to edit. Sorry, I meant insert. Sorry, you come over here to insert, and then you see checkbox over here. Just tap on it, you instantly have a checkbox. So now you can check it, you can uncheck it. Now to duplicate it to cover everywhere here, you see this tiny dot, just hold on it with your left click and then spread it across. Alright, you instantly have that. So now we can check this, check this, check this, check this, check everything. Okay, that is only when it's necessary. If it's not necessary, you don't have to put it, there's no pressure. Alright, and then the last thing we're going to be learning today is how to impute drop, what's it called again? I'm so sorry. Drop downs. Yes, sorry. We're going to put in drop downs. So another situation where your boss would want you to rate each of these cafes or each of these restaurants from good, bad, or mid, or just check drop downs now are used for grading. Okay, so in case you're trying to grade the system on, oh, it was okay, it's good, their food is nice, they're good, their food is not so good, it's bad, or it's just in the middle, you use drop downs. Okay, instead of you typing it one by one, you use drop downs. So now in order to do drop downs, let's just create another column, just put drop downs. Okay, and then we have that. So to impute drop down, we'll come over here to insert. You see drop downs over there, and we're going to create some now. So now for drop downs, we have different options, but we're going to go with the common one first. We're going to go with good, come over here, put bad, and then we're going to create another one saying mid. Alright, now we can change the color of all of them just to make sure nothing is contradicting or we don't confuse anybody. This one we're going to put it, good is usually green, Abby. Let's just pick green. Bad is usually red, and then mid, we'll just pick something in the middle, something like this. Alright, and then click on done. So now we have our drop downs. So now for this first restaurant, if I want to grade it good, all I have to do is come here, click on this. I have this option there. So now to duplicate it for all of them, what did I tell you? Click on this tiny dot here with your left click, drag it down. You have that. Alright, and now you can change each of them, mid, good, bad. I'm not saying their restaurants is bad though, just teaching purposes. And then you have all of that. Okay, and now for the last thing, how to share your Google spreadsheet or how to save it to file. Before you do that, you have to name your Google spreadsheet. Okay, you see this thing up here called untitled spreadsheet. If you share your spreadsheet like that, that's how it's going to be called, and we don't want that. Alright, so we're going to be changing the name of this spreadsheet to the top 10 restaurants in Los Angeles. We'll highlight it and just change it to top 10 restaurants. Restaurants in LA. Okay, and we have that. So now to share it with your client or your boss, just come over here. You see share. If you have your boss's email, just impute their email over here. Let's use this email. I feel like I've sent a lot of emails to this person. Do that, notify them. Now with this part is where you might need to change a little bit. You can give them different access. Editor means they can make changes to whatever is written here. They could adjust whatever needs to be adjusted. Commenter and viewer only means they can either just view or just comment. But if you want your boss to be able to edit things, give them the editor access. So that's what we're going to be doing, and then we'll send it over and it's done. Okay, but in case you want to save it as a file to your system and send it over to them as documents, you come over there to file, tap on it, and then you see download option here. Then you can see you can download in Microsoft Excel, PDF, or even a web page. But let's just stick with PDF. Okay, so when you do that, all you have to do is just export and you're good to go. Alright, let's try opening it. So this is what it's going to look like. This is what our Google spreadsheet looks like right now. Alright, so now we've come to the very end of this session, and if you know you've learned a lot, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.